All right, good morning, everybody. It's the early show with Rick and Lola, and the Bash in Beckley 2 is coming June 11th over at the Beckley Raleigh County Convention Center. Whole lineup of amazing professional wrestling coming in, and on the line with me right now is the current ASW Boone County champion. That would be Aaron West. Aaron, welcome to the show.
Hey, Lola, how are you?
I am doing very well. Thank you so much for asking. So, Aaron, you're coming into the Bash and Beckley 2. You were there for the Bash and Beckley 1. What was your takeaway of the first year with All-Star Wrestling in the Bash?
Oh, the first year was incredible. That's definitely the largest crowd that I've ever worked in front of as a professional wrestler. I think at the end of the day, we had something like 13 or 1,400 people there, which is an incredible number. Everything was top notch. I mean, ASW, in the state of West Virginia, they're the top company, hands down. Probably one of the top indie promotions in the entire country. This show that they're putting on as the Bash and Beckley 1 was, I mean, it's nearly untouchable anywhere you go in the entire country. So it's just an amazing experience, amazing environment, and I'm super glad to be a part of the second one.
Now, being a champion for ASW, is your belt going to be in play at all on this one, or at any point that night?
No, my belt will not be on the line at Beckley. I'm in an 8-man tag there at Beckley. It's myself, Kurt Blackman, Casey King, and Super Oprah against Shane Storm, Seth Martin, Noah Ray, which make up a faction called SRO, and then Jack Sharp, which I have a long and tedious history with. Actually, one I won the belt off of. So.
Oh. So you won the belt that you have off of Jack.
Correct, yes. After about a year of him doing everything in his power to stop that from happening, last October I finally got it off of him. So.
You think he's going to take a shot?
I think he'll take any shot that he can get.
Now, I will tell you, I have seen Super Oprah in a few matches. That girl just don't, right?
Whenever, and I had the privilege of also being in a match team with Super Oprah at the Bash and Beckley 1, and she was kind of a surprise entrant there at the Bash and Beckley 1, and I'll tell you what, at the end of the day, when it all boils down, she's one that I'm super glad to have on my side.
Yeah, you do not want to cross her.
You do not. It looks painful.
On any level. So you've got your tag team. Is there anybody you're worried about? Are you guys, you got a game plan?
I mean, every single one of those guys that we're in there with, they're all great. I've beaten each and every one of them individually. So, I think I've got a pretty good idea what they're going to do, and the rest of my team is solid also. And, we're just going to go out there and leave everything that we've got in the ring. And at the end of the day, I think we'll come out on top.
How is it for a local boy from Wyoming County to wrestle at the convention center?
It's amazing. The convention center, or the Armory, is what we used to call it. The Armory was the first place that I ever watched live professional wrestling. It was Smoky Mountain Wrestling back in the early '90s, probably '91 or '92. I was 6 or 7 years old, and so to go back there last year and to actually to wrestle in the building where I watched wrestling live for my first time, it was kind of a surreal experience. Like you're seeing kids in the audience, and that was a long time ago, and it was incredible, and it's amazing to see things like that come back to the area, and to see people, to see 12 and 1,300 people come out and support that. It's just an incredible feeling to know that you've got that kind of support, from the area and from a place that you call home.
Now you live down in the Pineville area, so. If people have not gotten their tickets yet, it's time to call out the neighbors, right?
Absolutely, yeah, everybody. I mean, it's not far away. Beckley is not far away from so many different things. We're not that far from Charleston. We're not that far from Roanoke. We're not that far from Wyoming County, Mercer County. There's so many of these surrounding areas. And, around here, I tell everybody that I possibly can at every business and every place that I go out to, come out and support this. And I actually went around and hung up flyers in Wyoming County for the Bash and Beckley one last year. I'll be doing the same thing this year. And anybody, in the county, and people know me pretty well in the county. Anybody can come up and ask me any questions, anything you want to know. Find me out, catch me, call me, however you need to. I'll answer anything that you need to know.
So I know as a wrestling fan, being on a card with someone last year like Jerry the King Lawler, super exciting for everybody. I mean, we're talking a legend. How is your heart beating with Jake the Snake?
I remember last year at Bash and Beckley 1, I came out and I was sitting at my merch table, and Jerry Lawler's music hit, and I remember just seeing everybody stand up in unison, and it was in that moment when everybody stood up that's when it really sank in with me. It was like, oh man, you get those butterflies. It was like, this is a big moment. And Jake was always one of my heroes growing up. I love Jake. I've actually still got my Damien, which was the name of his snake. I've still got that. And it's Jake the Snake bag that my son is 7 years old. He just turned 8 years old, actually. My son's 8 years old. He still plays with that, 30-year-old Jake the Snake toy that I've got to this day. So I'm very excited for Jake.
Oh, that is awesome. We have just a couple of weeks now until the big show. Tickets are on sale. You want to get them now before they are gone. The Bash in Beckley 2. And I really appreciate you taking time to be with us here today. You got any messages for the SRO before we go?
They know what I'm bringing to the ring. SRO and Jack Sharp have no chance. Me and Jack have tried to kill each other across this whole entire state, and I've got his number now. He knows what's coming. SRO, the last time I was in the ring with those guys, they actually cheated me out of a match, so I'm looking for some revenge on that too. Just beat one of those guys last weekend, so they know where we're coming from.
All right. Aaron West is the current Boone County champion for All-Star Wrestling. He's going to be part of an 8-man tag team in the Bash in Beckley 2. And you can get your tickets right now. We've got you linked up on our website at 123CIR.com. It's the early show with Rick and Lola. Good morning.